Show is also about awards, and to present our first award, you probably know her as Captain Marvel. She's an Oscar-winning actor, a filmmaker, and a dedicated activist, and she's joining us now live on Zoom. It's Brie Larson. Hey, Brie.
Hello.
The Game Awards, not to be confused with the Golden Joystick Awards. In all honesty, you can't be blamed for not knowing the difference between both shows. They are industry circle jerks, the likes of which have never been seen, well, since the Oscars and the Golden Globes, etc.
3 years, the Game Award winner for Action Adventure has gone on to win Game of the Year, so this is a big one. Here are the nominees for Best Action Adventure Game.
Oh my word! Oh,
what are you gonna do?
Can go.
And the winner is The Last of Us Part 2.
The Game Awards were a mix of advertisements, The Last of Us 2 winning most awards, and Jeff Kiwi's poor shoe choices. The show starts off as slow as waterboard torture, with some woman I have no clue of who the hell she was, and memorable musical performances that I forgot the name of. Honest to God, we've reached a point where we now have virtual bands that are wearing t-shirts that say things like Black Trans Lives Matter, which makes you think, what the f does this have to do with Final Fantasy VII? After listening to music that made me envy the dead, we finally got the show started. The hype was palpable, as Jeff Kiwi was pulled out of his casket and pushed on stage, much like Ozzy Osbourne in his last musical tour. Honest to God, Jeff looks like Nosferatu if he raided his son's closet and stole his shoes. His eyes were as red as the devil's dick, and I hope to God that he was high as f, because if not, I'd assume Jeff was dying of coronavirus. But Ziltex put it best when he said, every day Jeff has to get out of bed and realize that he's Jeff Keighley. And that said to me, it was as if Jeff was in a hell he could never wake up from. There, but for the grace of God go I indeed. Enough ripping on Mr. Potato Head. The Game Awards showed off more games than I care to remember. I took about as much interest in most of these new IPs as I take in people's Twitter bios that have gender pronouns. Get him the f*** out of here, Stu! The Game Awards tried to grab the living meme Stephen A. Smith in hopes that he'd breathe life into this show. It failed miserably. This award presentation had all the energy of a disappointed father during a parent-teacher conference. The E-athlete of the... Is it really E-athlete? Is it actually? Forgive me, Stu. It's like my brain is having trouble putting these two things together. Let me just... The E-athlete of the Year award. No one gives a fuck about this except for the dudes nominated. Honestly, calling esports players athletes is insulting to athletics. Get mad at me if you want, I don't care. MotoGP riders can get injured in the off-season training, and they can die in the on-season racing motorcycles. What the f can you injure playing League of Legends? Oh no, I sprained my thumb! Oh my god, I broke my big toe walking to my desk, and I chipped on my sponsored box of G Fuel! And odds are, it was a chubby Korean kid who won, with a 50% chance of wearing glasses. And he probably had the muscle density of an anemic bird, whose blood sugar was low from the lack of grub worms in its diet. I'm not going to check, because I already know I'm right. As I'm saying this, Stephen Smith is trending right now on Twitter. People are pretending this appearance was epic. Holy God, the hive mind was real. I mean, honestly. Stephen Smith was less interested in announcing the damn names than I am reading this script. Alright, I ain't got time for this. I'd rather play Cyberpunk 2077 like everybody else with a life, or paint tiny robots. So let's get this moving. Sephiroth was added to Smash Brothers. Yay, I guess. With all the sexual assault allegations lobbied against the Smash community over the summer, I'm just walking away from this one, little babies. Perfect Dark is back, and 20 years later, after the N64 game, Christ almighty, the game industry has now resorted to grave robbing IPs. The people behind Left 4 Dead have made a new game. The spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead is now called back for blood. And frankly, it's hard for me to care. You like that? It's called a pun. God, I hate gaming. For every cyberpunk, you have to sit through years of absolute dog shit, rehashed ideas, virtue signaling, and copy-pasta games. Maybe I've become jaded. And don't get me wrong, cyberpunk is whoring itself out at this point. They're in other games. They're on drinks. There's a cyberpunk clothing line. God have mercy. No wonder Jeff Kiwi looks like he's physically fucking dead. If I had to feign interest and excitement for the game industry currently, I would put a gun in my mouth and pull the trigger till it went click. So basically, Jeff Keighley's got me beat. He somehow managed to live through his own Vietnam on a regular basis. I'm not going over all the games that were shown at the Game Awards show because it's more or less an advertisement for upcoming games that I didn't care about than it was an award show. The Last of Us 2 won a large majority of awards, including the Game of the Year award. How can a game that sales dropped 80% the second week it was out, a game that literally retailers stopped taking trade-ins for, win Game of the Year? If there was ever a sign of a backlash from a community turning against something, this was it. It is hard for me to care because I've watched the Game Awards twice now. Twice. Oh yeah, they got like some former IGN host to tell you about smoking being bad. What the hell is that? Oh, she's popular. She's a woman that was a game journalist and people find her attractive and cute. Let's have her talk to you about cigarettes. You know what? I'm going to smoke cigarettes now because you told me not to smoke with her. I'm going to buy some Marlboros. I'm going to die like my grandfather with fucking lung cancer, skinny as a skeleton, puffing up. I'm the Marlboro man. Don't preach to me. Nobody here's a child. You know, you're not telling people not to do something makes them do something. Literally, that's what it is. You were like, don't vote for Trump. People voted for Trump. That's how it works. Don't vape. Kids are running outside getting flavored vape juice. Get Olivia Munn up there to tell me smoking's cool. Then I won't smoke. Jesus Christ, Mary. Sitting here treating us like kids. You think little kids are watching the Game Awards? Hell to the no. Zoomers are out watching Korean pop videos. They don't care about Jeff Keighley unless he's going to burst into BTST or whatever the hell they're called. The Last of Us 2 winning this many awards, including Game of the Year, pretty much makes you realize that the game is rigged. Much like Benny said in Fallout New Vegas. Who knew the opening of a Fallout game would just encompass the rest of our adult lives? It's just the game was rigged, baby. Boom!
The game was rigged from the start.
And you're like, whoa! And then you find out the rest of your life the game is rigged and Benny comes in the room again. She was never really your girlfriend. It was just your turn. The game was rigged. Boom! I genuinely had no idea how this sort of stuff could happen until Kuga Yama Mistres, I probably said that wrong on Twitter, sent me this, which we all miss because we don't read this garbage. The Game Awards award process. Winners are determined by a blended vote between the voting jury, 90%, and the public fans voting 10%. Fans can vote for their favorite games on the GameAwardsShow.com, also via the social media platforms and select categories in China. Fans can vote for the winners via I don't know. What the? Let it go. Fan voting closes Wednesday, December 9th at 6 p.m. Whee! Voting for a game is like voting in the election. You find out your vote really doesn't matter. If it did, Bernie Sanders would have won like in 2016. Let's move on. Why don't fans completely choose the winners? Creating 100% fan vote presents several challenges, like fans voting for what they want and then journalists online screaming, the bigots and racists win again. Trump supporters in 4chan were behind this one. First, given that some games are exclusive to one platform, the public voting puts single-platform games at an inherent disadvantage over multi-platform titles. In addition, it is important that winners cannot be socially engineered. Oh, yeah, really? And you don't think The Last of Us winning was socially engineered in any way? Fine. I'm done. Get it out of my face, Stu. Disgraziad. Jesus Christ. And this explains why gamers take little to no interest in game award shows. And they have only proven to be as polarizing as everything else in modern pop culture, where the ignorant masses are kept in check by a select few blue check marks that wield their level of trash power over us like the fat corpulent pigs they are. What's my point? Jeff Keighley looks like Nosferatu, and Jason Schreier looks like he buys feet pics. Oh, and Ark Survival Evolved has hired Vin Diesel to be in their trailer. They made Vin Diesel 10 to 20 years younger and made him in the best shape he's ever been in. Google Vin Diesel right now, and I bet you he's plump as a Christmas goose. You know Vin Diesel's half black? That is wild. When are we cutting this shit out? All these action films with old men. Makes no goddamn sense. You know what the old men in my neighborhood doing? Teddy moved the fuck out. He went to an old folks home. The old dude across the street mow his lawn. He ain't hopping in a Toyota Supra. All right, let's get out of here. Just got derailed.
How about we go to dinner sometime, sweetie? My treat.
Oh, no, you wish.
I'm sponsored by Ridge Wallets.
Well,
It's bulletproof, you know.
now that you say that.
Works every time. Thank you, Sebastian.
It's that time of season again, where Ridge Wallet sponsors everyone's favorite troll, me. Never thought of actually asking for a wallet for Christmas? Well, you're in luck, and I guarantee you that you'll be wanting this one under your tree. Ridge Wallet is a perfect gift, in the sense of it replaces your old lame-ass wallet. No jokes here. By the way, did I tell you? The wallet's bulletproof, all right? Your old wallet wasn't bulletproof. This one is. That's a selling point already, long as the crook shoots you specifically wherever you held the wallet. Ridge Wallet is not responsible for the rest of your body. Give the gift that everyone will love. This wallet has over 40,000 5-star reviews. It can't be wrong. By the way, free worldwide shipping and returns if you don't like the wallet. That's belief in a product. Hit it, Stu. By the way, free worldwide shipping and returns if you don't like the wallet. Whether it's a gift for you or for someone you love. Visit ridgewallet.com Gundam 10 to save yourself 10% this holiday season.